level for Dartmouth College. Can return to this topic after this game here. You see in the opening runnings of this, missed loop off the back end.
As we've seen before by Wang, that she has a very, very quick serve. She changes that serve split second.
I'd like to mention that Wang is undefeated this year in both singles and doubles. 24-0 coming into this tournament and 1-0 in doubles. Hasn't had to play doubles that often. And that's just a testament to how strong this Ohlone team is. Came out of nowhere.
A complete dark horse.
To win the West Regional. Already she's jumping out to a 6-1 lead. She stays so close to that table, Andy.
Yeah, she plays very, very similar to, if you look at, you know, international level players like Ding Ning or Li Xiaosha, they stick very, very close to that table. And it's a, wow, great rally there. We have everything from nets to edges, lobs, and finally with a forehand smash.
That reaction speed is silly. They're so close to the table, man.
Miss serve. You know, when you're playing that close to the table, a lot of it is just, can you misdirect your opponent? And both of these girls are playing relatively close to the table right now. Good read off the serve.
Very quick exchanges here. Both players playing very quickly, going straight to serve.
And Wang takes the first game.
And what we're seeing here, Andy, is not a contrast in styles. Both players play very similarly. One is just better at everything than the other, it seems like. And that's how you get an 11-4 first game.
Just as an update, over on table 2, Mississippi College Li Chang is at game point right now, leading 10-4 in game 3. Each player has a game to their name.
You know, if I'm Yixin Zhang here, it's a question of where do I go from here, because playing the exact same style as my opponent and getting blown out like that, not a good feeling, especially if that's your A game and then you got to reach back for the B and C game.
Mm-hmm. And what you see is that Wang has incredible foot speed. Her footwork is very, very fast. And even when Yixin tries to misdirect the ball, move her around the table, she is there, and she's all over it.
We see there, even though she lost the point, Yixin was trying to make an adjustment. You saw her apply a lot more spin, take a bigger cut, and even back off a little bit. That might be. And there again, we see very heavy, very high spin on that backhand. That might be the adjustment that she's trying to make to try to disrupt her opponent's rhythm.
That's certainly a rhythm breaker right there. High, long topspin.
She stood up a little bit too straight on that one.
You know, like every time we see it where she goes into that rhythm of that fast off the bounce hit, she's playing into Wang's game, and that's where Wang excels.
Nice exchange there. She started out that point hitting some heavy spin and then converted it back to the quick rally and came out on top.
I think that's really what she needs right now, is to have that variation and throw off Wang's rhythm.
I'd like to see her send some of those loops out to the backhand. She's been targeting exclusively the forehand cross court. Much tighter game here than the last. It's still fairly close between these two players in the second game.
There you see it. She's targeting her backhand there, and it seems to be very effective.
You know, she's getting a little bit more comfortable in these rallies now. That first game might have been too quick, but now the pace is, she's catching up to the pace.
Seems to be calling her out on the height of the toss. That was a good backhand, over the table backhand from Wang.
That's a great return to have in your arsenal. Surprise the opponent if they're right-handed with the backhand down the line out to the forehand. Most people are looking to move left.
Great backhand from Yixin. Great rally. But you see, even in that last rally, that Wang is the one that's usually moving Yixin around as opposed to vice versa.
Right, she's controlling the middle so well.
Great shot. And like you said, she's being a little bit more comfortable in this game, and so you can see that she's unloading a little bit more power and spin off her shots.
You know, I really like this adjustment Yixin has made. She, you know, honestly, she hasn't changed her game too much. Let's see if she comes away with a game, though.
Clips the edge of the table.
Nice edge to the good for Wisconsin.
Deceptive topspin serve from Wang.
That fooled me from up here, too. I thought it was underspin.
That was great. That was a good rally.
You worry that at the business end of the game here, that those tactics won't work when things get tight. now game point for Ohlone College.
Good forehand, pushing her out wide.
That was a brave shot, Andy. Not easy to go for that when you're down game point.
Especially because knowing Wang, she was almost there.
And that's what Wang does very well. She moves the ball in very creative locations, that time going into the body and coughing up the air.
That was a really, really fast backhand.
That's a shot she's been using a great effect. It reminds me of the Jim Butler punch backhand that he uses quite a bit, and she's able to use it just as good effect.
These are super, super fast rallies.
Ooh, and the heavy backhand. That is a scary shot to try to hit down game point. She's not afraid.
You know, it's always that balance between being conservative and being aggressive, especially, you know, when it's this deep into the match at 12-13. You have to be a very good judge of character.
There's a very nice backhand return down the line, surprising Wisconsin player.
As an update, over on table 2, Li Chang is up 2-1 against Emil Santos and is at 6-6 right now in game 4.
So I was going to make a point earlier, Andy, about Andy, that the Wisconsin player had played her game and gotten blown out in the first game. And I was calling for an adjustment. I was saying, oh, you know, you should try to switch your game up a little bit, see if you can make it closer. And she did make some adjustments, but I would say for the most part, she stayed within herself and was able to see, hey, look, I can play with this girl. I was at 4. You know, I got blown out 11-4, but the second was 14-12. And sometimes that's what you have to do is persevere. Persevere and not hit that panic button so soon.
Yep. Notices she makes a mistake there, hitting it a little bit too flat.
That backhand's done her the world of good, though.
That is true.
That being said, she's down 2-0 now, and she cannot let her opponent get away with this game. That'll be the end of the match.
And that push was just a little bit too high. And Wang punishes her for that.
She needed that point. 4-0 to start that third game would not have been a good look.
That backhand is saving her right now.
I like that backhand a lot. She can hit it off of fairly aggressive shots from Wang.
Ball goes just a little bit short of the net.
And you see neither player very comfortable playing from the backcourt.
And there we see it again where Wang just mixes up her serve just a little bit, and it's split second at the last point of contact. And it's incredibly fast.
Both players exhibiting really good lateral movement. They're able to lunge left and right so quickly, and you have to be able to do that if you're going to stand that close to the table.
Seven 3 for Wang.
Here's a timeout called by Wisconsin.
Over on table 2, Li Zhang emerges victorious over Emil Santos, winning 3-1.
You know, Andy, that might be a preview of the team's match to come. I'd love to see Mississippi College try to play Texas Wesleyan again. They had lost to them in the South Regional event earlier in the year.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow for that event as well.
You know what? They have to get there first, but yeah, that's definitely the match that everyone wants to see. The defending champions trying to take down the 11-time champions.
And over there, Neha is warming up for her next match, which will, I believe, also be on table 1.
Back to this match currently. Up 7-3 is Ohlone College trying to close it out.
And this time we see Wang with the heavy topspin backhand.
So difficult to punch that ball when it's got all that spin on it. Very slim margin.
Misread on the serve. Ball goes along.
Wisconsin is hanging around. She definitely wants this point. Try to see her way back to a comeback.
Wang is just so good at manipulating that ball, going far to the forehand corner and then far to the right to the backhand corner. It makes it so difficult. You must have a footwork of a god in order to get those balls back.
She puts it wherever she wants. It's like a drill. She's one out to the backhand, one out to the forehand, one in the middle, one to the forehand, one to the backhand.
Great forehand from Yixin.
Now Wisconsin fighting for their tournament life.
Wow, what a backhand from Wang.
We hadn't seen that the whole match, and at match point she decides, well, I've got this shot that I have in my back pocket. Here you go.
I'm sorry, semis are 4 out of 7.
So not fighting for her tournament life is Yixin Zhang. The semifinal is 4 out of 7.
Alrighty, the second women's semifinals coming up on table 2. So this is the women's championship singles semifinals. 4 games out
So
of
we'll
7.
have at least one more game to go.
Assistant umpire, Dan Reynolds.
Have you ever seen a comeback from 3 games to love up?
I have before. I believe it was
Columbia, Miha Agarwal.
2013 Grant Lee versus Razvan Kretu in the men's single semifinals. Don't ask me, I'm a table tennis geek.
Oh, wow. 3 games to love up. Who was that, Razvan or Grant?
Grant Lee came back from 3-2 against Razvan. I'm sorry, 3-0 from Razvan.
Wow. Well, let's see if Yixin Zhang can pull off a similar effort here. And you might have a little bit of emotional letdown. You thought you won. I mean, if you're Ohlone, and then suddenly you have to play a whole nother game. Now's the time to strike if you're Wisconsin.
And both girls still come out swinging. 1-1 in game 4.
Somehow, Yixin Zhang has to get her opponent out of the comfort zone. Right now, the Ohlone player looks just so comfortable, staying very close to the table and directing it wherever she pleases.
Oh, I thought she would have gotten that forehand block back. It goes just a little bit long on the table. Thank you.
Bruno.
These points here very important for Wisconsin. We have Ohlone up to a slight lead here, looking to extend, close out this match.
It may be difficult to see at home on the computer screen, but the speed at which these girls play is incredible.
And it's made all the faster because they stand so close to the table, and that's the advantage that you get from playing that close. You can take all the time away from your opponent.
Good rally.
You know, that's a tough shot, tough decision to make, right? You want to do something to throw off the rhythm by going aggressive in that fashion, and then you just don't execute. Really hurts. But that was a nice backhand return there. We haven't seen her hit one of those before. Just catching the edge there. I don't think she would have gotten it back even if it hadn't caught the edge, though.
You see that heavy backspin push.
We heard that ball spinning up against the net, hissing. That backhand return has done her the world of good, going down the line to out to that forehand. Now we have 5 match points. And that is the match. Ohlone College is into the finals.
4 out of 7 matches.